Hi guys, how you doing? I don't do this often, mainly because I don't want to bore you. A lot of the people who are subscribed to me on YouTube have also subscribed to me on Facebook. And I don't do this because if you really want to read the things that I write, you would subscribe to my Facebook. Um, but then there's those things that I write down that I post, and then I realize, damn, I wish I said that. I wish when I was sitting down writing it, I just talked. So I'm going to read to you what I wrote and then talk a little bit why it's so important. It's days like this when everything is going wrong and I feel broken that I look in the mirror, see the man I become, and feel proud. Today I live in a generation that allows me to be myself. Today I live in a world that knows me not only as a trans man, but as a person. Today I will do something good in return for all the good that has been done to me. But right now, I'm just going to smile. Because not every person has these rights. And not every person gets to feel the way I do right now. I am grateful for the life that my mother has provided for me. I am grateful for the life that I have provided for myself. I wrote that about 3 minutes ago. And I wrote it directly into the status box on Facebook and posted, along with a picture where I look exactly the way that I look right now. I had no intention of making this video, so bear with me. But I've had a really rough day. I'm gonna open up a little bit because I feel that the only way for us to really have a connection, because we're talking through a computer screen, is for me to be honest. Now, unfortunately, I have missed my testosterone shots for the last month for personal reasons, and unfortunately that led to bleeding. We all do everything we can to stay away from that time of the month. We make sure we get that shot every single time so that we don't ever have to feel the way we do when we're going through this. Now, unfortunately, we get to the point where I am, whereas I've talked about before, you get to the point in your transition that you don't have to think about being trans every day. You live your life, and then there's moments where you realize, oh shit, I've been so caught up in living the exact life that I feel comfortable in that I forgot to do the one thing that makes this life possible. It makes me appear the way I want to appear, that makes me feel the way that makes me proud. And for me, that one thing that I have forgotten is my testosterone shots. I got so swept into being myself that I forgot to make an appointment with the doctor. And now I'm regretting it. Now, luckily, I was able to get the shot within hours of the beginning of bleeding. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, and it stopped quickly. Or we can hope. But as pissed off and angry as I am, and I've talked about to you guys before about how I get within 24 hours of this going on, I could be angry, and I've been angry for these last 3 days, and I've been pissed, and I've been hormonal, and I've been kicking my ass at the gym because that is the only thing that has been able to make me stop crying. Because I break down and get pissed when this happens. But then I look in the mirror, and as hard as my period wants me to believe that I'm a woman, I don't see that. I see the person that you're all seeing in front of you right now, unless you have Facebook open in front of me, which I hope that you don't. And I get really happy an emotion that I've never felt during this period of my life, and no pun intended, and I get less scared. You know, when I used to go through my period, in the beginning of my transition, oh God, I was terrified. I was terrified that was the one thing that I couldn't change. And then I found out that I could, and I did, and it was good. And then I screw up like this, and I get miserable. So when I look in the mirror and I see how far I've come, and I see how amazing testosterone has been to me, because I am so grateful, and I don't forget that ever. I can't be angry, and I can't be sad. I can be proud, and I can be happy, and I can be strong. And I can smile. And I can look at the man that I've become to this point in my life. And I can realize that it can only get better from here. The days can only get easier. I can only get stronger. Now, I wish that I knew that years ago, because I would tell you that I would do a lot of things differently. I don't have one regret. But if I knew that it would be this easy and I would look as good as I do, because I don't want to sound cocky, but I look good for what I've been through, I would have been more laid back. I wouldn't have been so upset. I would have grown a beard a hell of a lot faster, and I wouldn't have stayed with someone who wasn't proud of who I was for as long as I did. I would have found a woman who didn't care, who let me be exactly who I was, and I would have found her a lot sooner, and I wouldn't have let her go. I can't go back. I think at the end of the day, I have to feel the way that I feel. I have to be proud. I have to smile. I have to get out of the shower and want to take a picture with my shirt off. You know, people comment all the time, no one else on Facebook posts as much as I do. No one posts as many pictures. But you know what? When you've been through what I've been through, when you have fought through hell and back 10 million times to get to where you are, when you look in the mirror and you see a proud man standing in front of you, you take a fucking picture. And that's that. You feel proud. So that's what I'm feeling today. I've been angry for 3 days. I've been cranky for 3 days. I have been pissed for a little bit longer. Right now I'm just gonna be happy. So this video, just like every other video, didn't go where I thought it would, because I talk to you guys and I get lost and shit happens. But I'm changing. I've spent the last couple months really taking a hard look at myself, and I didn't really like what I saw. So I'm changing. Hopefully the changes will be good.